We're here with Tony Whitworth. Tony, we have just brought the car back to the Shelby program after the photo shoots and a little PR stuff. We're here in December. When do we plan to put this car on the racetrack?
Well, the racetrack idea is going to be in February, probably the 13th, 14th, right in there. I want to try to get it to an annual tech in the SCCA. It's been a long time since I've teched a car, or, you know, they've changed a lot since the 90s. So that's our next goal, is to get an annual tech.
Okay. We're probably going to try to do that in January, and then February, the 14th, that's kind of a milestone for you, isn't it?
Yeah,
Tell me why.
It's kind of funny. February the 14th, 1965, my dad took me to Green Valley, and all I heard that day was about Carroll Shelby, because he was from Winsboro, which is East Texas, right down the road from Leesburg. And I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't really want to go. I was 8 years old. It was cold. But when I got there, I just couldn't believe it. Ken Miles was driving the 002, and they had a tree turn. It had like a bridge, and he would hit it, and the car would jump off the track. And he was laughing the whole time he's coming through there. So when we went home, I told my dad, I said, I can't believe you're working at Bell Helicopter and you're not working on race cars. So
you were hooked that day.
I was screwed from that moment on.
You were 8 years old, and I think you told me that's the first time you saw a white Mustang with blue stripes.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. And I went to every race after that. 66, 67, every race they had at Green Valley, my dad was taking me from that moment on.
That is great. Now tell me about building this car. We've had a bunch of kids work with you and the other instructors here to build this car.
Yeah, a bunch is an understatement. We've had a lot of students, well up into 100 students right now. Welding class, auto body, which I call them Ricky's Raiders. Ricky Roach is the auto body instructor, and Roadhouse Ricky maybe. But the guys all just worked very hard. I can't say enough. Actually, some of them were upset when it left.
Why was that?
Gone. Well, they thought it was gone. And I had a couple of them come up to me very upset about it being gone. So I said, no, it'll be back. And so next, we're building a crew. I've got to have a group of guys that can do the front of the car, the rear of the car, and the center of the car. So when this car comes in for any adjustments, we're not wasting any time. They have to have all their tools ready. They have to have a plan. Anything can happen when you're in practice or racing. So you can write down what you think's going to happen, but as soon as the green flag comes out, you can throw that piece of paper in the trash, because you don't know.
This car is built just like a Group 2 car that Shelby would have built, and we're using this so these kids can understand what it's like to build a race car and be part of a race team. Isn't that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's kind of neat, because we're trying to stay period correct, but then technology keeps creeping in on us. When they have a question, I usually tell them to Google it out, and they start going, well, I didn't know they had this back in the 60s. So you start seeing a lot of ideas and questions. So it's very interesting.
It's going to be exciting to watch these kids when we put this car on the track, isn't it?
Yeah, that's an understatement. I know some of my colleagues are going to be passing out. I'm anticipating a wheel drop off here or there, and I'm not trying to tell you any bad luck. If you go out on the 13th, you might be in trouble, but we know there's going to be a lot of challenges. A new car always gives you options of problems, so you have to be proactive in thinking about what's going to happen.
Well, that's part of the learning process, is dealing with the challenges. That's what we want the kids to learn, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It's a life experience. When they get out into the real world, they're going to find out the communication skills. There's some mechanics that may not get along with you, but then there's going to be opportunities where you have a blast when you get with a group of good guys, or girls even. We've got girls here in this class.
That is great. Well, we're looking forward to putting the car on the track, and thanks for all the hard work to you and all the kids.
Thank you.